Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I still feel young in here, but why does my body feel like it's aging faster than I expected? Maybe you've noticed your energy dipping, your memory playing tricks on you, or your motivation to get moving slipping away a little more each year. If so, you're not alone. And no, it's not just getting older. In fact, some of the things that feel normal in our 60s and 70s are actually silent mistakes, small habits or routines that quietly chip away at our health, little by little, year after year. Here's the truth. Living to 85 isn't just about luck or good genes. It's about daily choices, often the smallest ones, that either help us thrive or slowly hold us back. And the most dangerous mistakes? They don't scream for attention. They hide in our routines. They show up in our favorite comforts. And they can sneak past us until we find ourselves asking, why am I not feeling like myself anymore? That's why today's conversation is so important. We're going to gently shine a light on 6 hidden mistakes that stop many seniors from reaching 85, or from enjoying the journey if they do. And more importantly, we'll talk about how to fix them. Because the good news is this: it's never too late to make a better choice. And when you do, your body, your brain, and your spirit all respond. Let's start with the first mistake, and this one's a quiet thief of longevity: skipping protein. Not just during lunch or dinner, but especially in the morning. As we age, our muscles become a bit more stubborn. They don't hold on to strength the way they used to, and they certainly don't rebuild as quickly. And yet, many older adults are still starting their day with toast and jam, a banana, maybe a cup of coffee, and that's it. Sound familiar? The problem is, without enough protein, your body doesn't have the building blocks it needs to repair, maintain, and protect your muscles. And muscle, my friend, is vital for living longer. It's not just about lifting weights or looking toned. Muscle keeps you steady when you walk, protects your bones when you fall, helps regulate your blood sugar, and even plays a role in your immune system. So what can you do about it? Start small, but start strong. Aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein in the morning. That could be a couple of eggs with Greek yogurt, or a smoothie with protein powder, spinach, and almond butter. Even something as simple as cottage cheese on whole grain toast is a better start than sugar and carbs alone. When you feed your muscles early, you set the tone for a day and a life of strength. Now, the second hidden mistake is one most people don't even realize they're making: ignoring thirst. As we get older, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. You might be dehydrated and not even feel it. And when that happens, everything suffers. Your energy dips. Your joints ache. Your digestion slows. Even your brain fogs up. Many seniors walk around mildly dehydrated every day and chalk it up to aging. But here's the catch. Dehydration isn't always about not drinking enough water. It's also about what you're drinking. If your day includes 2 cups of coffee, a glass of wine at dinner, and maybe a sugary soda or juice here and there, you could be losing more hydration than you're gaining. What your body really needs, especially after 60, is steady, consistent hydration throughout the day. Not just a big gulp once or twice, but small sips every hour or so. Think of it like watering a garden. Too much all at once just runs off. But a slow, steady trickle keeps the roots nourished. Add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon to your water if you want to support your electrolytes naturally. And if plain water bores you, try herbal teas, diluted fruit-infused water, or even broth-based soups. Just remember, your body is about 60% water. When you're low, everything feels off. And staying hydrated is one of the simplest, cheapest ways to protect your energy, memory, and longevity. Moving on, the third mistake is one that doesn't get talked about nearly enough, and that's emotional isolation. Now, I'm not just talking about being physically alone. You could be surrounded by people and still feel emotionally distant. Or you might live alone but not feel lonely at all. Emotional isolation is more about whether you feel connected, whether someone really sees you, whether you still have meaningful conversations or activities that light you up inside. Many seniors slowly slip into emotional silence without realizing it. Maybe friends have moved away or passed on. Maybe the kids are busy with their own lives. Or maybe you've just gotten used to keeping your thoughts to yourself. But over time, that kind of quiet becomes heavy. It wears on your heart and your health. Studies have shown that chronic loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's how deeply it affects your stress levels, immune system, sleep, and even your risk for dementia. It's no small thing. So what can you do if that's hitting home? Start with one small connection. A weekly phone call, joining a local walking group, volunteering for something you care about, even commenting on YouTube videos like this one and starting conversations online. Yes, it counts. Every moment of connection strengthens the emotional muscle that keeps you resilient. And if you've been holding back because you don't want to bother anyone, please hear this. Your presence, your wisdom, your voice, they matter. Don't let the quiet steal your spark. You still have so much to give and so much life to feel. Now, I know these might sound like simple changes, but they add up in powerful ways. Fixing just one of these habits can start a ripple effect. Better energy, clearer thinking, more strength, and more joy in the everyday. Let's keep going, because there's more to uncover. The choices you make today, they truly shape the years ahead. So take a deep breath, and let's continue together. Now, let's talk about something that sneaks in slowly, almost unnoticeably, and holds back even the most vibrant, active seniors, sitting too much. You might think, well, of course I sit more. I've earned a little rest. And that's absolutely true. You deserve relaxation. But here's the thing. Our bodies were never built for long hours in a chair, no matter our age. And yet, for many folks over 60, the day ends up revolving around sitting, watching TV, reading, scrolling, even eating every meal in the same cozy spot. The issue isn't rest. The problem is stagnation. When we sit too long, our circulation slows down. Muscles start to weaken. Our posture changes, often without us realizing it. Even digestion can become sluggish. And all of that together can lead to fatigue, pain, and a subtle sense of decline. But here's the hopeful part. You don't have to suddenly become a gym goer or take on intense workouts to counteract this. Not at all. All you need are short movement breaks sprinkled throughout your day. Stand up and stretch every hour or so. Walk around the house during commercial breaks. Do gentle leg raises while brushing your teeth or slow arm circles before bed. One of the best things you can do is place visual reminders, like a post-it note on the remote or fridge that simply says, move for 2 minutes. These small changes add up fast. Movement doesn't just strengthen the body. It boosts mood, clears the mind, and even reduces the risk of chronic diseases. Think of it as oiling the hinges so the door swings open freely again. Your body is still capable of beautiful movement, no matter how long it's been. Let's shift gears to something a bit trickier, but just as important, sleep. And specifically, the mistake of neglecting sleep quality. Many older adults assume that poor sleep is just part of aging, that waking up several times a night, tossing and turning, or feeling groggy in the morning is normal. But let me gently challenge that. Poor sleep isn't just frustrating, it's a health hazard. Sleep is when your body repairs itself. It's when your brain clears out toxins, your heart rate resets, and your hormones rebalance. When sleep suffers, everything else begins to wobble. Memory, immunity, mood, blood pressure, even appetite control. But here's the sneaky part. It's not just about how long you sleep. It's about how well you sleep. And the quality of your sleep can be deeply affected by simple things. Too much screen time late at night, eating dinner too close to bedtime, caffeine afternoon, or not getting enough daylight during the day. Yep, daylight matters. Your body needs natural light during the morning and early afternoon to set your internal clock, so it knows when to wind down at night. So how do you start fixing it? Begin by creating a simple bedtime ritual. Maybe it's dimming the lights an hour before bed. Maybe you sip a cup of herbal tea and read something light. Or listen to calming music. Avoiding screens, yes, even phones, can do wonders. And if you're waking up often, check the basics. Is your room too warm? Is your pillow supporting your neck? Even a small light or noise can break sleep without you realizing it. And one more thing, don't lie in bed worrying if you can't fall asleep. Get up, stretch gently, do some deep breathing, or read for a few minutes. The goal is to associate your bed with peace and comfort, not frustration. When your nights improve, your days start to feel sharper, steadier, and more joyful. Now, we can't talk about hidden mistakes without mentioning something that hides in plain sight every single day: processed foods. Yes, they're convenient. Yes, they're familiar. And yes, many of us have leaned on them for decades. But as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to the things we used to shrug off. Those salty canned soups, boxed dinners, and sugary snacks? They're often loaded with chemicals, excess sodium, hidden sugars, and inflammatory oils that slowly wear us down from the inside out. Over time, this kind of eating can lead to weight gain, blood sugar spikes, joint pain, brain fog, and more. But because the effects creep in gradually, we often don't connect the dots. That doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love. Not at all. It just means becoming a bit more intentional. Start reading labels. If you don't recognize an ingredient or can't pronounce it, maybe your body won't know what to do with it either. Try swapping in one homemade meal a day. Even a simple soup made with fresh veggies, beans, and herbs can be more nourishing than anything from a can. And don't underestimate the power of fresh fruits, colorful vegetables, nuts, and whole grains. They don't just feed your body. They fight inflammation, fuel your brain, and keep your energy stable. Your taste buds might need a little time to adjust, but once they do, you'll start to crave the real stuff again. And your body will thank you, one delicious bite at a time. As we talk through these hidden habits, I want to remind you, this isn't about guilt. It's not about beating yourself up or feeling like it's too late. It's about awareness and gentle correction. Because the moment you notice something, you gain the power to change it. And even one small shift can ripple out into so many areas of your life. We've all been in survival mode at some point, doing what's quick, easy, or familiar just to get by. But now is your time to thrive. Your wisdom, your experiences, your strength, they all deserve a healthy, energized body to carry them forward. Let's keep going. There's still more to uncover, and I'm so glad we're walking this journey together. Now, there's one more silent mistake that tends to linger in the background of many people's lives, especially as they age. It doesn't show up in blood work. You won't feel it in your joints. But over time, it wears down your joy, your confidence, even your reason to get up in the morning. And that's emotional isolation. You might be thinking, I'm not isolated. I have my family. I talk to neighbors. But emotional isolation isn't just about whether people are around you. It's about how deeply you feel seen, heard, and connected. You can be surrounded by others and still feel alone, especially if you're holding back feelings, hiding struggles, or putting on a brave face every day because you don't want to be a burden. And the truth is, many older adults fall into this quiet emotional rut without realizing it. Maybe a spouse has passed, or friends have moved away. Maybe the phone doesn't ring as often, or maybe it's harder to get out and join in the way you used to. Whatever the reason, emotional disconnection chips away at your will to thrive. Studies have even shown that loneliness can be as harmful to your health as smoking or obesity. But here's the beautiful part. Connection is still within reach. And sometimes, it begins with something small. Start a weekly phone call with an old friend. Say hello to someone new at your local community center. Join a walking group, a senior yoga class, or even a book club, online or in person. You don't have to bare your soul on day one. Just open the door a little and let someone see you. And if you're not sure where to start, volunteering is a powerful way to find purpose and connection. When you give your time, your energy, even just a smile, you not only lift someone else up, but you begin to lift yourself, too. You matter. You still have so much to offer. Don't let emotional silence steal the joy that belongs in your everyday life. And finally, one of the most hidden, but devastating, mistakes that keeps many seniors from thriving past 85 is believing that their best days are already behind them. That quiet, creeping belief that the future is just about decline, waiting, or managing symptoms. Let's pause on that, because it's so important. Your mindset, what you believe about aging, shapes everything. If you expect to feel weak, tired, irrelevant, or invisible, your actions and choices start to align with that story. But here's the truth. Aging isn't a curse, it's a privilege. And the moment you start seeing it that way, everything changes. There are people in their 70s and 80s picking up paintbrushes for the first time, starting second careers, learning to swim, dancing again, growing gardens, friendships, and even love. You don't have to fit into anyone's idea of what 60, 70, or 80 should look like. You get to define this chapter on your own terms. What if this next year could be your healthiest yet? Not because your body is perfect, but because your spirit is awake again. What if you tried one new thing every month? What if you let go of the idea that you're too old and replaced it with, I've still got time? Because you do. You absolutely do. Let's take a breath together right now. Inhale and exhale slowly. That breath, that's life. That's your second chance. That's your permission slip to rewrite the script. So if you've been making one or more of these hidden mistakes, don't let guilt or fear hold you back. Awareness is the first step. Gentle action is the next. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Just choose one small thing you'll change this week. Maybe you'll add a short walk in the morning, or put down the salt shaker, or call someone you've been missing. Maybe you'll go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Whatever it is, let it be a promise to yourself that you still matter, that your health, your joy, your future are worth protecting. And now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one change you're ready to make after watching this? Or maybe you've already overcome one of these hidden mistakes. Share it in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. If this video encouraged you, please tap the like button. It helps others find this content. And don't forget to subscribe to Primetime Wisdom for more uplifting, practical advice to help you live fully after 60. Here's to your strength, your wisdom, and the beautiful days ahead. You've come so far, and the best isn't behind you. It's still unfolding, one inspired step at a time.